at the midway point of my walk, and I decided to come sit on this bench and take in the outside air. It's still overcast, it's still about to rain, but this is Florida, honey, especially South Florida in the summer. So what I mentioned wanting to talk about as far as it deals with your mind, and not necessarily clearing your mind, but like I said, categorizing your thoughts so that you can have a clear stance on your next best step. Something that's been kind of pressing on my mind, and why I also am walking subconsciously, is because if you guys don't know by now, I had surgery, and I had surgery to remove some very large fibroids. I had a 12.5 pound uterus, and the doctor that removed them, he kept telling me, like, you let them go too far, you know. And I was explaining to him that other doctors wouldn't listen to me. They would basically tell me that I need to lose weight, and I kept telling them I'm in pain. But that's another story, and that's not what I want to talk about. So I originally went in for a robotic myomectomy, and he is the #2 surgeon in the nation. He's the best to do it. And when I woke up, I had a hysterectomy. Now, I signed off on there being a potential or a possibility for a hysterectomy, so I was well aware that that was a possibility, but I had all hopes, and I had been reassured by my doctor that he was the best to do the myomectomy. But once you read the report that you get and things like that, he had spent 30 to 35 minutes just trying to find good tissue for my uterus to be saved. And because the fibroids were so large and so calcified and had been fusing to other parts of my organs and other parts of my anatomy internally, he had to remove them. Now, mind you, usually these surgeries that he does takes about 45 minutes completely. I was under for, I think, an hour and a half total. Yeah, from the report I read. But anyway, so I wake up, and the first thing I hear after waking up from the anesthesia is a woman in the background. She's a nurse. She was yelling, well, not yelling, she was talking on the phone, and she was like, yes, Nicole, you have a room for her? Okay, good. Yes, Nicole, the patient who had a hysterectomy. So that's when I first heard that I had a hysterectomy. And I was like, damn. So I'm currently walking, like I said, subconsciously, to process the fact that I went in for one thing and I came out with another thing, you know? And not only can that be traumatizing, it's just disappointing as well. Because as a woman, especially societally speaking, first of all, your uterus is under attack, because you got men with no damn uteruses making laws against your uterus. That's number one. Number two, your uterus is often used in a patriarchal society as a bargaining tool, because you're with you get with men, or you get with the man if you're heterosexual, to offer him the potential of having children, right? So with that now removed, and I have my own thoughts about children and stuff like that, so that's another story for another day. But it has been a tough mental and emotional ride processing that. So I use walking as a way to help me process the things that's going on in the background. Like I said, it's not something that's sitting in the forefront of my brain, but it definitely resides on the back part, in the back portions of my brain. So what I wanted to say, though, is that this is why I'm so passionate about teaching the class that I have coming up called Mind Games, because it's not necessarily about the thought. Yeah, you could be disappointed, and I could be traumatized by the fact that I went in for something and came out with something completely different. That's fact. That happened. I am living that. But also, too, how I think about it determines whether or not I suffer from the fact. So how I'm thinking about it is, this is the best that I felt in a very long time in my body. I couldn't walk without being in pain. I couldn't walk without stopping. I couldn't walk without just feeling horrible. It's the only way I know how to put it. Horrible. And because I'm me, and because I've been socialized as a black woman, and because I've been socialized as a Christian woman, you don't let them see you sweat. You don't let them see you be in pain. You keep smiling, you grit, and you bear it. And come on, Paul Lawrence Dunbar, we wear the mask that grins and lies. And that was just my life. But I can say that me focusing on the positives of the outcome has really helped me to process the facts of the matter in a way that's beneficial to me and in a way that allows me to continue to move forward in my life. So that's what I'm talking about when it comes to the mental equity that you bring to your life. Like, sometimes you just have to think only about the positive shit, because that's what helps you get through the day. And it's not about being delusional. It's about focusing your attention on the things that are important to you, you know? So check the link below, because Mind Games drop soon. But this is just one of them. This is one way that I actually use my mind to help me live my life in a much better, clearer, and happier way. All right, y'all. Peace.